Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome in to Cruise Talk with me. I'm Bill from Warmstrong Adventures and my co-host Scott from Controversial Cruising. Scott, welcome in. How's everything going today?
Good. How we doing, Bill? Happy New Year. This is the first Cruise Talk live after the New Year. So happy New Year, everyone.
Same to you, Scott. Same to you. I don't know. I got back from that cruise and I've been lazy and the New Year's came in. I don't know what day it is. I'm like, is it Wednesday? Is it Thursday? Is it Saturday? I don't know.
They call that the holiday fog. I mean, even if you went on a cruise, you still get that like post-holiday fog where, a couple days after the New Year, a couple days after Christmas, you kind of just don't know what day it is. You don't know what date it is. Kind of just get lost in the holiday fog. That's what I call it.
Well, a lot of it, I mean, again, also being retired, I'm not into days. My whole life, it was always like a schedule as far as you work these days, you work those hours, you come in early that day. And you always had a schedule. Now I make my own schedule and I'm not very good at it.
Yeah.
I'm still up here trying to get set up, running late. Scott's the one that works and I'm the one running late to the show.
That's right. And recently just added a second job, which is a good thing for the new year. So running around a little bit, but still enjoy being here for this Cruise Talk Live. One of my favorite things to do during the week, Bill.
I did like two jobs for a long time. It was years working at Delta and then my other job. And it was tough. It paid off in the end. Well, the kind of a trade-off. You work so much, you kind of lose out on family a little bit. But then once everything falls into place, and you have travel and all these other things, it makes for great memories for the family.
Yeah. And I mean, luckily the industry, not to go too far, but luckily the industry that I'm getting into is the hospitality and hotel industry. So if I ever wanted to transfer that on to, let's say, a cruise job or a cruise ship, that's obviously kind of a little sort of why I'm doing it. But I've always wanted to be in the hospitality industry and the hotel industry. Now I'm able to do that. So it's a wonderful thing. I'm enjoying it.
Well, that was my next thing to do was like get a part-time job like at Hilton or some big chain or hotel. So now I have cruises. I'm getting cheap. I'm getting airfare cheap and a hotel. Woo, it would be a trifecta.
And Bill, I'll send you a video too of my hotel. It's a more of like a boutique-y kind of hotel, but oh man, these rooms are gorgeous too. And maybe I'll show some of my some.
Does it have a bed?
Oh, it's got a bed. It's got a really
Yeah,
nice bed.
I'm good. I'll be good with it. Okay. Let me run down the chat real quick.
Okay,
I was trying to set a couple things up. Danny D, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here, Danny D. Thanks for coming in. Let me do one thing real quick. I always have to take one extra step. I'm broadcasting out to Instagram also. I had to take one extra step to do that, so I just did that real quick. Down Under Cruisers, welcome in. Sean, welcome in. Good day. Bill does not have a bucket list. He has been everywhere. Not yet, Scott. You're about to find out though, and we're going to talk about it a little bit later. But yeah, I'm happy. I got some cruises coming up that makes me even happy. Make me crack a smile. Cruise Nuts, welcome in.
Bill's been more places than me, that's for sure. But he's definitely got some interesting ones coming up. That's for damn sure.
The Down Under Cruisers again. Welcome in. Journeys with June and Brady. Thanks for being here.
Hello, June.
I Love Cruising Royal. Thanks for being here.
Hello, I Love Cruising Royal.
Marjorie, welcome in. Welcome in.
Hello, Marjorie. Happy New Year.
Bone Tired Travelers. Thanks for being in here.
Denise.
Uncle Dave, welcome in, and go blue.
Hello, Uncle Dave. Uncle Dave, you'll be happy to know that Thirsty Thursday Trivia is back tomorrow too as well. I threw that thumbnail up there for you. You know, he was very eager for Thirsty Thursday Trivia last week. So
I was wondering if you were going to do it this week.
We're back with a special guest too.
Sweet. I see Laura from Huddle. Laura from Huddle Adventures is in on the Instagram side. Laura, welcome in. I appreciate you being here.
Hello, Laura.
Uncle Dave, go blue. Uncle Dave, you can never text me too late at night for a Michigan victory.
Ooh, I saw that one. That was a crazy victory over the weekend. Ooh.
That was a good game.
Wow.
Clock Family Adventures. Mike, welcome in. I am Betty J. Gathers. Betty, thanks for being here as always. As Betty says, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Thank you.
And let's see, Scott McNeil, welcome in.
Hello, Scott.
Emily, welcome in. Happy New Year. It's probably the first time on. Happy New Year, everybody. I know Scott said it, but I want to say it to you too. Happy New Year. Appreciate you being here.
It's going to be a great year.
Carnival Cruise Addicts, everybody check out Carnival Cruise Addicts. They're redesigning their logo, and they're trying to get people to vote on which logo they should choose. If any of the ones, they have about 5 or 6, maybe 6 logos up there. So if you make it over to their Facebook page, I believe it was Facebook, and see which logo and give them a little support as far as which logo they should use.
I definitely want to vote. I'll go over and vote after this live.
I did, and I was gonna wait to the end. Later on when they decide what they're going with, I'll tell them why I picked what I picked.
Fair enough.
Everybody saying hi to each other, and I always run into this problem. Somehow I run into this problem with Instagram. They don't like the music that I play. I try to wait till after, but I guess maybe it was delayed. Maybe they're just hearing the music now. Anyway, I always have a problem with Instagram as far as it blocking some of the content.
So picky for music.
Shantirement, welcome in. Appreciate you being here.
Hello, Shantirement.
Everybody saying hi. And Sean, I actually put a poll up, everybody. Scott, I told you I forgot. I forgot, but I just did it. There is a poll up. What is your bucket list cruise? It's 424, but I just skipped the 24 and just for any time. Alaska's number 1, Australia number 2, New Zealand number 3, number 4 is Egypt. And if you have something outside of that, let us know in the comments.
Absolutely. And or if you want to do one,
And
another, let us know.
I'm looking at that right now. I see 2 that I'm doing coming up soon, and Egypt is always on my list.
That I know, it's been on your list for a while.
It has. I mean, I'm a little afraid of the conflict over there, but I am going to have to work on that one.
I've only got one on that list, but we're gonna start working on some of the movies once I get some of these other group cruises out of the way.
Destination Fun, welcome in. Thanks for being here.
Hello, Destination.
Orange Cone Vlog, welcome in, welcome in. Orange Cone Vlog is going to do a creative corner in the months, what is it, 4th Saturday of the month, of the odd months, I believe, this year. So they'll be doing 6 in the odd months. Content creator, I believe 7 p.m. on a Saturday. Ross, let us know when it is.
Oh, that'll be good. Introducing new content creators.
It would be. Dwayne says hi. Denise, thank you. Dwayne, hello. I was looking at your you had something, I think it was Facebook or something like that. I'm looking at the beard. Dwayne has the best beard on YouTube. I swear. He had I need his the whatever he uses on his beard.
Beard secrets.
No, he tells you it's not a secret. He offered on the cruise we were on, Glory. He was telling, oh, come on, I should have went down there. Will G, welcome in, welcome in. Uncle Dave says it was a great game. Both games were great, but I mean, you couldn't ask for 2 better games. Scrolls Nest, welcome in.
Hello, Randy. Welcome in. Happy New Year.
Scott Smith, welcome in.
Hello, Scott. Bunch of Scots.
Oh, Bone Tired Travelers. Better, we all got the flu shot, but still have lots getting the flu that had the shot. I got my it didn't bother me. I got the booster shot and the flu shot at the same time, and I didn't have any problem. I had a little prick here, and that was it. But knock on wood, haven't had it. But even like when I go on cruises, I don't mind hugging people and things like that. But I don't crowd around a lot of people all the time, because you hear about a lot of people coming off these cruises being ill, getting sick. The whole group got and it's like I think people take that as a sign of me being antisocial. I'm not antisocial, not most of the time. I'll say hi and stuff like that, but again, I'm not gonna be in an enclosed group for too long.
No, you gotta just watch out for yourself too, and always obviously washing your hands extra now, because I
do.
Now on the ships, I don't know where the hand sanitizer went, but it's so hard to locate now.
Well, and one of my problems is it's a respiratory problem. I have a paralyzed diaphragm, so I only use one lung. The other lung is still there, but the diaphragm won't open up and close. So any kind of respiratory illnesses, and we know which one that is, I'm always leery about. So it comes off as being cold, but I have my reasons, people.
Of course, absolutely. Don't even
everybody saying hi.
Get sick. I mean, I just don't get sick.
I don't want the flu. I don't want anything, to be honest. But Uncle Jay said I was stationed in Alaska and Egypt, so I'll have to find something else. Yeah, you find it. These are like kind of the ones that we came up with and Scott came up with.
But you may not have cruised there, so you may have been stationed there for sure. You may know Alaska and Egypt well, or maybe not well, but bucket list cruising, as far as cruising there, would that be one of your interests, Uncle Dave?
Russ, sorry, I missed what you said. Are you talking about me, Ross? I was telling about my ailments. I have a paralyzed diaphragm, and meaning one of my lungs won't inflate. So I have the lung, but it won't inflate. So when I walk around, and I do everything like with one lung. So when you go on those long walks, well, you have 2 lungs. I'm working with one lung. So yeah, I might want to take a rest over here for a little bit. But I'm also leery of as far as respiratory problems. So I always take precaution. And I just want to get that out there. I mean, there's some people think I'm antisocial. I'm not antisocial. I used to be a big partier.
Still a big partier.
What? Wait. He shaved most of it off this. Dwayne. No. We're not going to have it. The best beard on YouTube cannot shave it off.
You can't put it back on.
Okay, I'm jealous here. Embarkation Nation made it in. Welcome in, Embarkation Nation, from the Carnival Jubilee, the greatest cruise of all time. Welcome in. Glad you could make it in, Embarkation Nation. Thanks for being here.
All three of us are going on the Jubilee, like boom, 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 and we couldn't all go together.
I mean, I like to once they get back and you get back, I like us all to get together and do a live of talking about the Jubilee.
Yeah,
because I absolutely loved it. I always talked about like the MSC. I love the ship, and I do like the way the ship looks better, but Carnival is home to me. I mean, it hit a home run for me.
I'm gonna try to remember it as much as I can. I gotta remember who I'm going with. But I'm gonna try to remember it as much as I can.
Yeah, I love cruising Royal. Isn't your Royal coming up? It's coming up in April, and I'm going with the family. So that's going to be the test. That's going to be my Carnival loyalty test. Because I think that those Oasis class ships, it might be the death of me in Carnival. Hopefully not.
We'll see.
Will G, I don't know if I said hello. Welcome in, Will G.
Awesome. Will, yes, nice.
Facebook user, hi Bill. My bucket list is Ireland.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm telling you, Mike Clock. See, Scott, right now I have 7 cruises booked right now within the next year and a half. There's about 3 more that I want to book. And Mike Clock is trying to set up a Scotland, Ireland group cruise. I want to be on that so badly. Facebook user, it doesn't populate with your name, so I don't know who it is. But yeah, that Ireland is definitely on the list. I
mean, it's on the scope for me for sure. It's on the scope.
June's been sick for 3 weeks. Yikes.
She has. Hope you feel better.
Whoops. So casino got to be hard. I have asthma and sometimes real hard to handle. I don't feel any different. There's no pain. The ship size didn't bother me because I wasn't stressed doing it. It's more like if I was stressed, if I was running or something like that,
I think
or beating somebody up, then it might be a problem. But for me, it's just I don't move as fast as I used to, and I don't go as long without taking a break.
But does the cigarette smoke bother you?
No, I you know what? My father was a smoker, and the cigarette smoke doesn't bother me. Every now and then, I'll still have a cigar. So I mean, my life really hasn't changed, other than I've been doing this is probably going on about 2 years now, and it really hasn't changed much. It really hasn't. I mean, again, I was really nervous before because it would be like I would go out and walk and start feeling tired, and it's like, oh my goodness, am I going to overdo it? Is there? So I talked to my doctor. He said, "No, your body has shut down before you overdo it. Don't worry about it. Get out there and keep doing what you're doing." So guess what? I'm out there still doing what I'm doing.
Doing what you do. Body is a resilient thing.
Yep. Danny D, I picked Australia so I can meet Sean and Ilana. I'm going to try to make more time for Australia. I'm going back in Australia. We're going to talk about it coming up on 25 in early 25. Not quite early enough to see the fireworks, but early 25. I believe it's February.
I'm with you, Danny D. I would love to go to Australia. I actually picked Australia too as well, because I would like to meet Sean and Alana too. They seem really awesome, and going down to Australia has just been on my bucket list aside from cruising for a long time.
Sean, I was saying so I went on my history for nothing. No, I didn't do it. I didn't do it for anything. Sean, I was saying, not Sean. Ross, I was saying about your creator corner that you're doing every fourth Saturday in the odd months. If you have your schedule, just type it in there so people know when and what time your creator corner. I think a lot of people here will be interested in that creator corner. And Ross says he also has lung capacity, limited lung capacity as well. Down on the cruise, I have lived in Africa. Africa is the same as one African country is the same as the other. Emily, it's fine. If that's my only problem, I'm in good shape.
And he's still cruising 7 times a year.
If I can. Will G, 10 days to the Jubilee. Will G, we're gonna have to get you up here so we can all just sit up here and talk about what we liked about the Jubilee. I'm gonna harp on the Jubilee for when people talk to me about as far as like my favorite carnival ship. I'm gonna harp on it. It's nothing, nothing major, nothing different. But after being on like MSC for a little bit and a couple of other smaller carnival cruise ships, this ship just felt like home to me. And I can't even stress that enough. How comfortable it made me feel.
That's just crazy. All 4 weeks, you and Z went on the inaugural, and then Embarkation Nation is on now. Will G is going in a week from now, basically 10 days, and then I'm going basically 10 days after that.
Yeah,
right, back to back 4 weeks.
Embarkation Nation says, I got on the boat earlier today. Felt like I was flying. It was so fast. Yeah. Did you, Andrew, did you hit the boost button?
The boost button.
I didn't like it because it's like I'm sitting on a motorcycle and it felt like I was going to fall off.
Oh, I'm going on.
Emily hung out on their live last night. She is so cute. Chloe is so cute. She is.
I missed that.
Will G says make that 9 days. Alvin Watkins, welcome in. Welcome in.
Hello, Alvin.
Denise says, oh, I love Ireland. I've never been. And my roots go back there.
Imagine bar hopping in Ireland after getting off the ship and then bar hopping.
Well, June and Brady, Scott, come on now. When Mike gets this together, we should all go. I mean, one thing that I do love is being able to go places with a group, in a group cruise. So that way you're not going out places by yourself, unknown. And I think it would be great if we can. Here's my clock, 2026. I'm in. We should all get together. We should all try to go. So Mike, find a month that they go in, and we can block that period off. I know you don't know exact dates, but block it off. Whether it's in the spring, whether it's in the fall, so we can block it off.
I'm in.
Bill taught me with his elements. You never would know that. Do you know when you should rest? Yes, when I get tired.
Bill never rests.
I mean, again, it doesn't. It's just like anybody else. I just probably can't go as long as I used to. I can't tell the difference. I just assumed I was getting old. But they're like, oh no, hold on, something's not right here. I just assumed I was just getting old. Ross's bucket list: Alaska 24, Greece in 2026, Japan in 2027, Australia, New Zealand 2028, Panama Canal, Antarctica, Galapagos. Right, that. And Rhine River Cruise, Germany. Perfect. And that's what I want to do. Those are the kind of bucket list I'm trying to do now. I love all the cruises now, and being around people and all this other. I love it. However, I'm thinking bigger now. I sent Betty something today, and it was talking about people, your life being like 4 seasons. When you're born, that's the springtime and all the other good stuff. And most of you guys are probably in your summer years, your best years. And some of us older people are into our winter years. I look forward to doing as much as I can for as long as I can. Nothing is promised for anybody. But as you get older, the clock is ticking. So, and it's not a sad thing because a lot of people don't have the privilege to grow old. So I feel lucky to, I'm 62 right now. I feel lucky to be this age and being able to do what I do. So it's not a pity party, but it's life. We all gonna have to go through it. If you're lucky, we all have to go through it. Scratch and Pete, welcome in. Geeky Girl's Journal, welcome in. Thanks for being here, Geeky Girl.
Hello, Geeky Girl. But Bill, if you were comparing yourself to a season or thinking of where you are, I wouldn't say you were anywhere close to winter. I still think you're a crisp fall. You're still a nice fall, crisp day. You're still in there. Leaves are falling. Colors are changing. I mean, you're still cruising.
No, I do feel blessed. I don't think I'm late winter. I don't I don't think it's about to turn spring or anything like. It's and again, as I said, I feel blessed. Hey, Rob, cruising on the high seas and travel is in the house. Welcome in, Rob. Rob says one option was missing and was all the above.
Ooh, there you go. All the above, like that.
Here's Ross with Creative Roundtable last Friday on odd number months. Tech Talk last Friday of the month on even numbers. So it's two different shows. Odd numbers is going to be a Creators Roundtable, and the even months is going to be Tech Talk. So make sure you check them out. I think a lot of us could use that.
Definitely, Tech Talk would be pretty cool.
Well, Andrew says he hit the boost button. Sure, no proof. You did. You probably didn't do it, Andrew.
Oh, boost it up.
Carnival Cruise Addict says thumbs up, everybody.
Appreciate that.
Keisha is in the house. Welcome in, Keisha. Thanks for being here. M&T Living and Cooking. Welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you guys being here.
Hello, M&T.
Scroll's Nest. My bucket list is to not kick the bucket for a long time. That is a bucket list.
That is definitely a bucket list. I hope it never happens on a cruise.
And June and Brady. I want to see everything I can. Both my parents died young and never saw anything. Nobody's promised. So again, anybody right now here that can hear my voice, you're blessed. No matter what you're going through in life, you're blessed. Just to be here to go through whatever you're going through.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I have a friend, Cheryl, she's well into her almost mid-70s, and she has like 14 or 15 cruises booked during the year, and she sends me pictures all the time. She's going to the Panama Canal in 10 days on a cruise, and her motto is, "You're never promised tomorrow." So why aren't I going to take that cruise? Why am I not going to? Even if it's a 3-day Mexico cruise, why am I not going to? Like Cheryl.
Exactly. That's kind of the way I feel about it too. Scott, can you take over for 1 second? And if you want to go into the next topic, you can. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm just going to disappear for a second.
Yeah, it's all good. I don't have clicking abilities, but what we were going to start going into, I guess, was our cruise itineraries for 2024. To kind of kick the show off now, half an hour in, but to kind of kick off the show, my cruise itinerary for 2024 is actually happening pretty soon here. At the end of this month, I'll be going on to the Carnival Jubilee, the 27th of this month, for a 7-day cruise, which is not really a bucket list. It may be bucket list for going on the Jubilee, because I don't know if I'll ever get to go on the Jubilee. But as far as the ports, that would not be qualified in my eyes as a bucket list cruise. The second cruise that is not planned yet, but it will be planned very shortly, will be a cruise to go see my buddy Savio with Uncle Brady in the summer. We kind of tend to do a summer cruise. We won't be going to Alaska again this year. Let's hope. I mean, we're definitely not going to Alaska this year. I'm not knocking on it, but we'll be going somewhere. That will also not be a bucket list cruise. It won't be in Ireland, or it won't be a Scotland. Most likely will be hopefully a Southern Caribbean. That's kind of where I want to go. But we'll see where Savio ends up. And then after that, I will be popping my royal cherry, I guess you could say, and going on Royal with the Clock Family Adventures on their group cruise for the Utopia of the Seas on September 13th. I believe, Bill, you are going on that one too as well?
I am. Utopia of the Sea. We'd
The
like to get
13th.
everybody on that one also.
Yes, yes. So whichever one everyone's going on is the one that I'll be shortly hitting up Clock about. I'll be getting on that cruise. And then at the end of the year, we'll be going on the Booze Cruise 2.0. And June, myself, and Uncle Brady will be going on that with the entire crew from the Booze 2.0. Hopefully everybody repeats. But that is also not qualified as a bucket list for
I want to welcome some people in. I started the Instagram back up. Baby Six has made it in. Welcome in, Baby Six. Cruising with Logan has joined. Clock Family Adventures, and Laura from Huddle Adventures has made it in again also. And on the YouTube side, we have CNS Travel. Welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Scott, Booze Cruise 2.0. Enough said. Be there or be square or rectangle. Your choice.
We'll be there. Bucket list for the people that will be there. So a bucket list in a different way, but we're not talking about that kind of bucket list on this show today. So
I know you were talking about your list. There's quite a few. I have my phone here because I said I don't want to forget what my cruises were.
I know.
But like in the next year and a half,
test.
I'm hitting like four, maybe 5 bucket cruise list, and that one is going to be the first one, September 19th. I'm going to Mediterranean cruise. It's a 10-day cruise on Holland America.
There we go.
So that's one of my. I mean, the next one coming up. Then right after that, on October 9th, I'm doing a 16-day Panama Canal cruise from Seattle to New Orleans. So I always wanted to go through the Panama. I've been to Panama on a cruise before. I took a tour to the locks, but I never went through. This time I'm actually going through the locks. And then February 9th of 2025, I'll be going on the Radiance out of California, 14-day cruise to Hawaii. And then in April of 2025, I'll be going on Luminosa, a 29-day cruise from Brisbane, Australia to Seattle, that with stops in Japan and Alaska. So those, I'm happy with those cruises. I'm sad I'm not going to New Zealand. I may have to go to Australia a little early to maybe fly over to New Zealand, maybe even catch a cruise that goes over there for a little bit, just to say that I've been to New Zealand.
That's quite a itinerary for the next year and a half as far as bucket list.
I do, and I have like 3 other ones that I'm trying to do. I want to do Egypt, a Nile River cruise, and I want to do the Ireland cruise. So it's not over with yet, and I can't wait. I can't wait. Trish the Natural, welcome in. I appreciate you being in here, Trish. Thanks for being here.
My parents actually had that Panama Canal cruise booked, a different ship. They were going to go on the Ruby Princess. Unfortunately, they had to cancel. That was going to be in November, and they were going to go up the Panama Canal, and they were all pumped about that. They had never done that before, too. I don't know if you had ever done it before, but this was kind of like a bucket list for them, but unfortunately, they had canceled due to my dad's health, which he's better. But
right.
That would have been great to see that in pictures and videos.
Carmen for the win. Carmen, welcome in. Welcome in. My fellow Michigander.
Hello, Carmen.
Good Life Charter, Oceanside. Welcome in on the Instagram side. I appreciate you being here.
Hello, Good Life.
Najuma Brown, thanks for coming in.
Hello, Najuma.
Question, Bill, do you need to buy another visa for the land down under? I do. Since the last time I was down there, they're only good for a year. So I'm going to wait till a little closer, but they're only good for a year. Or at least the one that I have, it was only good for a year. Naveen Kumar, welcome in on the Instagram side. Appreciate you being over there.
Hello.
Official Jamie, welcome in. Thanks for being here.
Hello, official Jamie. So you have to get a visa just to cruise, Bill?
Yeah. To go. Well, I'm not just cruising. I have to fly. I have to fly into Australia. But to go into Australia, you need a visa.
Got it.
So yeah, I mean, again, it was simple. I mean, it was they couldn't make it any simpler. And now again, if you had problems over here, that might complicate things. Right now, I didn't have any problems. So within about 10 minutes, I had the visa. You go online, you fill it out, you pay, and I want to say it was like $10, probably less, maybe a couple dollars more. So I mean, it was very. They made it a very easy process. The hardest process was dealing with Carnival, knowing exactly what you needed, what insurance you needed. Carnival made it harder than what Australia did. Australia was really I had no problems at all with Australia, none. Bill, don't be negative in the Egypt cruise because you would be in denial. Ha 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 ha. See what I did there? Jungle cruise joke. I mean, again, I want to do it. I want to see. I want to see the pyramids. Even though I've watched some videos, and this is my bucket list, I can't go inside the pyramids. I'm too claustrophobic, and I don't think I'd make it out. I'd be crying like a little baby. Angel, welcome in. Travel Vibes with Angel.
Hello, Angel.
Welcome in. I appreciate you being here, or we appreciate you being here.
Good evening. Have you ever been to the Mediterranean before, Bill?
No. Well, I fly into Barcelona, so I've been to Spain before, but never to Greece. And Greece was where I wanted to go. So I mean, again, it's a 10-day cruise. I've never been on Holland America, so I think I'm gonna enjoy it.
I believe that's where my parents, but they've been to Mediterranean, I think two or three times now with my cousins and my aunt, my other aunt too as well. So they really enjoyed it. And I know the food for me, if I ever got to go on a Mediterranean cruise, that would be the draw for me, the food, because I love Mediterranean food and I could just imagine what it would be like in one of those places, like authentic, sit down, the view.
The reason my daughter she always wanted to go see Santorini. And I mean, that definitely is definitely on a bucket list. And this cruise, I picked it because it had to go there, and that's why one of the reasons why I picked it. Orange Cone Vlog, Bill. When they meet you at customs in Australia, when they ask you, "Do you have a criminal history?" Don't say, "Is that a requirement to enter the country?" Yeah, Australia has a real problem with like criminals. But yeah, no, I do not joke around with people. But yeah. Nancy B on the Facebook side. Hey, welcome. Nancy B, welcome in. Thanks for being here.
Be the scratch up.
I hope I don't ever need to get a visa. I'm not going to even ask why, Rob. Cal Daly, welcome in on the Instagram side. Appreciate you being here.
Oh, Cal Daly.
Journeys with June and Brady. I want to go to Hawaii, but not by cruise ship. See, I love cruise ships. I love being on sea days. I love it. And I forget, I don't know who was talking about it. And they were like, well, what would you do? Matter of fact, I think it might have been Destination Fun. And I could stay on even if it's a smaller ship, I could stay on there for a week straight, 10 days. I think I've done like 7 or 8 days straight already. And it just doesn't bother me because you just relax, you enjoy it. They have classes that you can take. And I mean, I really enjoy the longer cruises. QNS Vlogs, welcome in on the Instagram side. Welcome in, QNS Vlogs.
I could see that because the one thing that I would fear about going to Hawaii on a cruise ship is not having enough time in the ports. Because I have a really good coworker who actually has a good friend who lives in Hawaii, and she takes trips over, not cruises. She takes trips over to Hawaii, where her friend lived. It was actually where the fires were. So now she moved a little up north. But she still has been up there since and she loved going hiking. She loves all like the health food and stuff like that they get into in Hawaii. I just feel like if I got to a certain port in Hawaii and only had 8 hours, I feel like I wouldn't be able to necessarily take in everything that I wanted to in, Oahu or Maui or wherever we ended up for the day. I would want like 2 nights. Just keep the cruise ship here.
And that's the problem with cruising is most places you don't spend the night, so you don't spend enough time in the port. You know, they Carnival just sent me a change to my itinerary for the my Japan stop in Tokyo. I'm hoping they're saying we're going to spend the night in Tokyo. I think that we were scheduled to leave out about 8 or 9 at night, but I'm hoping they're saying we're going to spend the night in Tokyo because that would really just put a cherry on top of it.
That would be cool. That's on my bucket list for sure. Those Japan ports, Bill. Oh man,
I couldn't pass it up. I mean, I literally couldn't pass it up because of that. I was supposed to go. I wasn't going to try to go this year, but because of my daughter's family group cruise, I didn't go this year, and I was kind of bummed out about it. Luckily for me, I got another offer, and now I'm going back. Ross says, Bill, Santorini, get off the ship early as possible because the cable car up there can take hours, or you can ride a mule or walk up. It's a heck of a walk. Thanks for the tip. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Hey, isn't Santorini where the fish they have the little fish where they eat the dead skin off your feet?
I don't know about that.
You put your feet in the little container, and then the little fish.
Well, I just did that in Costa Maya.
Oh yeah, well they bring it over now to I think it started though in Santorini.
I have no idea. I have no idea where it started.
Or at least I don't know. My mom and my aunt did it. So.
Keisha says I could do a week with no land on the cruise as long as there's food and I can get outside into the open air. I would enjoy it. Yes, I want it warm enough where I can go outside and enjoy the weather. Hopefully not storming. Hopefully not. The ship is not rocking too badly and all that. I've done 2 Trans-Pacific cruises and both of them were pretty good. One was a little rockier, but to me it wasn't bad.
Oh, you have done 2 Trans-Pacifics already.
Wow. Get this straight, folks. This is Sean from Down Under Cruisers. He's from Australia, people, by the way. Getting a visa for a free trip is really easy. Just go to the UK, sell a loaf of bread, and you can stay indefinitely. Yeah, no thanks. So, wow, that would be really nice. Did you say a donkey ride, Ross? I think I saw something like that. They say get off early. There's a couple of different ports or stops where there's like long waits to get the transportation. So as I get closer, I'll start planning it out a little bit more. Emily, guys, you can go to the Philippines to get the fish, eat the dead skin off your feet.
That's what I'm talking about.
Philippines. I want to go to the Philippines too. I mean, again, that's on the bucket list too. I mean, that's right there too.
Not on a cruise. I don't know.
I don't know about a cruise, but maybe fly over. I did a donkey. I did ride a donkey in the Grand Canyon, and my donkey really hurt. Angel, I can do a few months on a cruise with no ports. Sea days are my favorite. I really do love sea days. Angel, Angel, me and you are here. Bamanola, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Bamanola, sometime like towards the end of this week, if you want to go over, and for anybody, I think I'm going to just do it live. Bamanola wanted to know how to edit a video like in YouTube Studio, and I got a copyright on one of my videos. So I'm going to walk people how to edit the music out on YouTube Studio. For those that don't know, if you're having a problem with editing music on your videos, and all you have is a YouTube Studio, I'm gonna walk Bamanola through that. But anybody who wants to, they can join in. I just don't know what day it is yet. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in that, and or email me, contact me some kind of way. That way I can get you the time, because right now I don't know what time. It'll probably be Saturday, but I don't know what time.
Nice. That'll be awesome, Bill.
Let's see. So you were talking about that's not really on your bucket list, Scott. What do you consider a bucket list cruise?
A bucket list cruise. That's a good question. For me, I think a lot of people can think of bucket list. It's something that I want to do before, I kick the bucket. But I think bucket list cruise for me really just means a cruise that I'm going to go on where the port that I'm going to be visiting, or ports I'm going to be visiting, I might not be able to get back to again in my lifetime. I might not, but it's not going to be your Cozumel, Mexico, or Costa Maya. I mean, nothing wrong with these ports. I mean, we go to them quite frequently, Bimini or Nassau or any of those. But these are going to be more of your, I guess, expedition cruises, because a lot of the cruises that we're talking about are going to be mainly on ships that are smaller, because these ports are going to require ships that are going to be smaller. So it's not going to be on the massive jubilees. It's not going to be on the massive celebrations. They only have the certain itineraries, and they're not really going to be able to add any extra itineraries due to the size of the ships, which is completely fine. You're going on that cruise. I'm going on the Carnival Jubilee. I might not be able to ever go on the Carnival Jubilee again, but I'm going on that cruise for the ship. A bucket list cruise I'd be going on solely just for the ports. And I believe the only one that I was able to go on so far, luckily enough, was Alaska last year. Because Alaska's one of those I know a lot of people go back to, and I know a lot of people on the chat maybe have been there 3 or 4 times already. I don't know if I'm ever going to go back. I might, but Alaska in general, just the 7 days of being there and exploring Alaska was absolutely breathtaking. It's something that I have never experienced in my life, especially going down the fjord, not even getting off the ship, and then just spending the whole day admiring the fjord and admiring the nature. I mean, that's kind of why I love cruising, besides meeting people and going out to the bars and mingling and socializing. I'm an explorer at heart, so I love getting off in new places and exploring without excursions. I'm not really an excursion person. I'm more of a let's create my own excursion. And,
right. I like doing the excursions, but also I like going out into a town and mingling with whatever the locals are. Mm-hmm. And even if I'm struggling with the language, so be it. I do love that, and to me I love the excursion. The best excursion I ever went on was a helicopter ride to a glacier, where we got off and were able to walk on a glacier. Greatest excursion I ever had in my cruising history. But a lot of my memories are from dealing with the locals and just laughing with the locals as they laugh at us Westerners and all this other good stuff. And, the United States with our first world problems and all that other good stuff. So no, I mean, again, bucket list is kind of what you make it, but it's kind of like you said, it's something that you may not be able to do again. Something that you wanted to do, but you didn't. You may not get a chance to do it again. And to me, that's a lot. I mean, it could be going to Vegas. Some people, Vegas might be on their bucket list. For me, I was lucky enough where I was able to travel. So now my world has kind of expanded, and places that I watch a lot of, like travel TV, and I see Tokyo, and I always, man, I want to go there. And then Carnival says, "Hey, Bill, we heard you went to MSC. How about a Tokyo trip?" Mm-hmm. Carnival, I'm back in. I'm back in love. I'm crazy for Carnival. Thank you, Carnival.
That's how they got you on that 29-day Trans-Pacific. That's the one I wanted to do last year after Alaska. It went that same exact itinerary. It went. Yeah. Now in Australia right now.
Ross says, "Okay, I'm out. Donna just got home, and we've got stuff to do." Cruise
Thanks for
nuts
coming in.
can't stay. Hey, y'all. Hey, cruise nuts. Bye, Ross. So yeah, we Scott, did you have some pictures you wanted to share?
Yeah. So as far as the Alaska cruise too, so one of the reasons why, in my opinion, Alaska, it was a bucket list cruise for things like this. So, for instance, let me just share this. And some of you may or may not have seen this already, but I will share this. Got another picture after this. It is here. Let's see if we can make it. Make it full screen. Yes. So that is the Northern Lights, and luckily last year on the Carnival Luminosa, our cruise was the only cruise the entire season to actually get to see the Northern Lights. So experiences like this, again, we weren't off the ship. You can see about 200 people off the back of the ship taking a picture there. You can see how vibrant the Northern Lights was. That was about 45 minutes after they had made the announcement for everybody to get up and look at the Northern Lights. And again, I probably will never see the Northern Lights again like this in person in my entire life. A lot of people go out and try to find the Northern Lights or book cruises around trying to find the Northern Lights. And luckily, again, I was able to be on this cruise where I was able to experience and see it. And again, I didn't know that I needed to see it until I saw it and how breathtaking it really was.
Yes, and that's what a lot of times you don't even know that. And I've been to Alaska twice, and I've never seen that. I was so jealous.
And then one more picture. This is just
together we travel. Said true that we took to Greenland. They took a cruise to Greenland. That's another kind of bucket cruise type of list.
Another view right here. This is at one of the bars that we stopped at in the Klondike bar. Actually, we stopped at Klondike Brewing Company in.
I think I went to that same bar.
Yeah, and I mean that view. That view is something that I might never get to experience again. I mean, both of the ships were there. I mean, you could see the mountain. I mean, you could. Oh my God, the glare. Oh, it's just.
Were you upstairs?
I was upstairs.
Yeah, I think I just that's where I stopped too.
They said you can't leave this place until you go upstairs and take a look at that view. And I looked and I was just like, wow, blown away.
That is, and those are the kind of dreams that I want to make, and I want to share with my family. I want to share with my grandkids. Because when I was growing up, we had a humble upbringing. Kal-El, welcome in. I saw you come in, Kal-El. And Kal-El, that's Superman's real name, Kal-El. And whenever I see him, I think about my childhood because I used to go to Metropolis, Illinois, the hometown where Superman is from. Grew up, Daily Planet, all that good stuff. And that's what I used to do for vacation. So that was my vacation. That's all I really knew for vacations. I didn't know the Disney worlds. I didn't know, all the other good stuff. That's kind of what I knew. That and St. Louis and the Arch. So I say that and my daughter, I mean, she's doing it right with my grandkids as far as taking them on these cruises and on these trips to other states, other cities to see the Niagara Falls and all, just taking the kids. They had their passports, so she's doing it right. I'm proud of her because of that. Because the world is small, whether you know it or not, and you need to connect with other people. So hold on, I missed something. Welcome in, Eddie. Appreciate you being in here. Yo, Brooklyn is in the house. Y'all, I'm inviting y'all to raid over to Alice Lugo Studios for Across the Waves at 8 p.m. And he dropped the link. I don't think he's a mod anymore. I went and cleaned up like a lot of my mods. So I saw somebody was having problems with mods, so I went and just cleaned it up. I only have like just a few people now. Because before I used to have, well, I don't know, a ton of people that I haven't seen it in, in a while. So, um, where was I at in the chat? Oh, there we go. Scrolls Nest saying hi. Scott Smith, we call it freestyling. It's interesting to wander around with no time constraints. Yes.
Yep.
Angel, I like the mixture of them both. However, I can always relax with the locals. I have so many friends in countries that I call every time I go back.
Same. Yep. Just from cruising, just from being there. The locals know it too.
This last cruise I went on from my my Australian, the Trans-Pacific cruise, there must have been 5 or 6 people that were on it, and we're sitting there. I spent hardly any time with my cruise group, the Island Time group. I spent hardly any time with them because I was catching up with the other people. Matter of fact, one lady, the Grinch, Janice, she went full Grinch with the makeup and all the other stuff, and we were just laughing and talking. I mean, it brought back memories. But we met on the celebration last year, and it was just good catching up with her. It was a good time. Cruising, it's like a family.
It really is. It really is.
Scott, what? Okay, hold on. I'm looking at some stuff over here, Scott. What's one bucket list cruise line you'd like to do for 2024 or 2025?
Ooh, bucket list cruise line. Okay, so I'm gonna go out on a whim here. And this is a cruise line probably not a lot of us have been on. But after doing some research, as we were going to talk about this topic, I found Hurtigruten expeditions would be something that would kind of pique my interest. They're definitely more about the wildlife. They are a very, very small expedition style cruise. So you're only going to have, I mean, at max, sometimes only 80 rooms on there,
Wow.
if not even less. I mean, the Explorer, I think, only has 11 rooms on it or something like that. But I mean, you're going to be going to, I mean, the Galapagos Islands you can go to. I mean, there's so many other places that you can go to on a style ship like this. And
Right.
it's meant for you to get off and explore. I mean, it's called Hurtigruten Expeditions for a reason. Again, definitely a lot more expensive than a Carnival, definitely a lot more expensive than a Royal. But if I was going to choose a cruise line that is going to take me on a bucket list cruise other than Alaska, I would definitely probably look into like a Hurtigruten, because that would be a once in a lifetime experience, definitely a bucket list. Anywhere you would go on an expedition cruise like that would be bucket list for sure. They're not going to Mexico. They're not going to Bahamas.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's 2 for me, and again, I don't know the cruise line, so I haven't done enough research. But a Nile River cruise and an Antarctica cruise. I'll never be able to do an expedition cruise because they're $20,000, $30,000. But just to cruise by Antarctica and go to Falkland Islands over that way. That's on the bucket list too. There's so many. It's so many. I got to start planning these. Clock, start planning your Scotland, your Ireland cruise.
And that's going to be on a smaller ship too. I mean, a smaller vessel too as well.
It has to be.
Has to be.
Angel says, I've always wanted to see the Northern Lights. Me too. I've been there twice and I never saw them. I'm Scott.
I was so lucky. So fortunate to, oh my God. I mean, the boat almost
she wants to see the Northern Lights in Finland.
Yes, much more radiant there. If you catch it.
We could all hang out with Mike and Rihanna. They see them all the time. We could go up to in Canada on the West Coast.
We've been to Canada once for back.
Now you need to see a kangaroo. Rob, I have petted a kangaroo. Wasn't in the wild. It was at a zoo. but I have petted and fed a kangaroo.
I guess that's kind of on my bucket list too. I've always wanted to see a
You
kangaroo.
know what? Once you do it, it's like it falls off, and you forget how unique that is for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you forget. And together we travel. I was fortunate enough to capture a short recording of the Northern Lights in Greenland. Nice.
Ooh,
I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
I want to see that together in travel. Put that up as a short. Send
You
it.
can't
That would be cool.
you can't leave until you go upstairs. What? I must have missed that one.
I think one of them I did too.
Glad I can provide the awesome memory reminder for you, Bill. I do. There used to be, well, you probably never been to Metropolis. I don't know if you have or not, but there's a grocery store there, and they had this giant, I don't know, 30-foot tall Superman in front of the grocery store. And I used to go down there, and every day every time I would go down there, I would take a picture in front of this Superman. I got to find one of those old pictures. Brady's going to show me the ropes in Alaska. Nice, Brady. Bill, did you remember a theme park called? I don't know how to pronounce it. Geo Lake. I don't know how to pronounce it. I remember that name because I couldn't pronounce it then either in Ohio. But yes, I do remember that park. Yeah. I need now. Now it's going to be on my mind forever. Crossover Paranoia Society. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Hello, crossover.
Happily ever yachty. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here.
Hello, happily.
Oh, ooh, that cruise line Scott got hit by a rogue wave. Ooh. Cal-El says, "Happy New Year to everybody. Make it great. Make it the best make this the best year of your life. Every year should be getting better and better." Bill, don't say never. You may hit big and you're right. I mean, again, something would have to happen. Something would have to happen. But yes, if I did hit it big at the casino, if I did win the lottery, if I did, an Antarctica exploration cruise would be high on the list. It probably would jump over every other cruise that I wanted to do. What is the better destination for pretty sights, Austria or Rome? I've never been to Austria. I love Rome. I love history like that.
Rome.
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 I love Rome and just the history there. Have luggage, will travel. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in.
Hello, have luggage.
Trust me, clock. Trust me, if I could, it would be booked already. And Ireland, Scotland cruise. Not to throw any shade, Scott, but I don't see Alaska patches in the background. Whoa,
It's
Scott.
back there. It's back there. Hold on.
Hidden in the background.
There's so much stuff here. I gotta. We're reconstructing.
Mommy Millionaire, welcome in on the Instagram side. Appreciate you being over there. Jennifer.
Sorry.
Is the picture black and white? Yeah, it's not black and white, but it hasn't. And let me take that back. I might have a black and white picture. Clock. Thank you. Betty, I appreciate it. Take your time. Colin deserves a long break. Everybody saying hi, typing their names in.
Nightbot doing its job.
Trying to. So, any other bucket list cruises or anything you have planned or would like to plan?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, with the amount of cruises that are on my 2024 itinerary, and none are bucket list for ports anyway, I don't. I think, honestly, to tell you the truth, the first one might be that Hawaii cruise in 2025 because I'm very interested in going to Hawaii in general. Again, I just fear that I might not have enough time, but I'm just gonna go out to the ports like Sonic the Hedgehog and take in everything and
Right.
try to come back if I end up going on that one. But I think that that would be the next bucket list cruise that I would potentially book. And then the next one after that would be the Ireland cruise once we find out from Mike Clark when we can go to Ireland and Scotland together.
Well, that's going to be me in Japan. And every stop, I'm just going to be wandering around. I'm going to, well, and again, hopefully I have like 10 to 12 hours there to port. Maybe take a quick tour and go see a tour somewhere, and then just wander around the city aimlessly, and just taking in the beauty. And again, once I get off here, I'm going to go check to see. I'm praying that they extended the time in Tokyo. It looks like they cut out one port and extended Tokyo. So I'm hoping it's overnight in Tokyo. So that's my bucket list.
Some authentic meals in Japan. Oh,
I probably wouldn't like it because I'm so used to the sugary stuff that we get here. Yeah, I probably wouldn't like it. We'll see. As long as it's not fish, I stay away from the fish.
Bill, no seafood.
No seafood. Scott, we are a couple minutes over. What is your lineup looking like for the rest of the week?
Yeah, so lineup, actually, we will be back here. Well, not Bill and I, but I will be back here with a very special co-host for tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday Trivia, as Embarkation Nation is enjoying their cruise upon the Carnival Jubilee. So I have a very special co-host that will be co-hosting some country music trivia, and then there will be another Kahoot trivia following that. There'll be some prizes, there'll be some fun. That will be tomorrow at its normal time, 5 p.m. PST and 7 p.m. EST. And then I believe on Saturday, I finally have gotten it edited. We are going to premiere and put up the Paradise Beach excursion, if you would say, that and myself took in Cozumel, Mexico. So that was that's actually a little bit longer than I expected. It's like a little bit like 5.5 minutes. So we got some good footage and some footage I forgot about.
Do you know about what time you're going to premiere it?
Hopefully, I'm gonna try to do like middle of the day, but maybe like between 3 and 5 o'clock.
Okay, let us know ahead of time. Every time, every one of your videos, it's like I turn on YouTube and up there it is. Scott has already been on. Let me go catch up on it.
I'm so bad at my.
Uncle Dave says, at my age, I have a short bucket list. For instance, bucket list. Make it to the 38 days till I get to. That's a bucket list. I mean, again, we already talked about it. You're not promised tomorrow. So making it 38 days, that's a blessing. When you get there and enjoy that cruise, like it's a blessing. Feeding Frenzy 91, welcome in. Appreciate you being here.
Feeding Frenzy.
Tanisha, welcome in. Tanisha Leonard, RN, welcome in on the Instagram side. Appreciate you being in here.
Instagram viewers.
Bamanola, my brother wants to come to China to visit. My brother wants someone to come to China to visit him and his wife, and then go to Thailand to meet his wife, and then go to the Philippines to visit his other. What? Hold on. Am I reading this right? My brother wants to come to China to visit him and his wife, and then go to Thailand to meet his wife, and then go to Philippines to meet his other wife.
Oh.
Bamanola, we're going to have to talk off air.
Many blessings.
For me, Scott, I am doing a banter with Bill tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time, and I will be talking about the Jubilee, my review of the Jubilee, my likes, my dislikes, and then immediately after that, it's 5 p.m. Eastern time. At 6 p.m. Eastern time, I will be premiering a video. It's a cabin tour but the cabin tour is kind of unique. It's on why you should never book that cabin.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's interesting. I still enjoyed the cruise, but the cabin, if I could have tweaked my cabin a little bit, I would have. But we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Does your thumbnail have anything to do with the clue to as of
It
why, maybe?
it does. It does. Me with a pillow over my head. It does. Emily says, guys, avoid Japan. They just had an earthquake. Yeah, but by the time I'm getting ready to go, it should be fine. I mean, unless it's total destruction and a ton of lost life, whatever. I mean, we get earthquakes over here off the coast of California. They had a earthquake not too long ago. Tanisha, hey Bill, can you share the type of cabin? It was an interior cabin. I had an interior cabin on the Jubilee, and this is I can't share, like, people on Instagram can't see the chat or anything over here. So I even if I highlight it, well, hold on, maybe if I highlight it, but I can't highlight a question from Instagram to this. So that's why I'm reading all the comments. But it was definitely an interior cabin, and it wasn't the cabin itself. It was more the location of the cabin. Emily says, Google it. It was pretty bad. So I'll take a look into it. Yes, he is, and he is 60 years old. What?
3 wives, 60 years old. Okay.
That Bamanola. Okay. I'm with you, Denise. All righty then. I think it was a 7.9. Wow. I am going to take a look at it.
Yeah, it was a bad one.
Well, with that, and nothing else?
I don't think I have anything else.
We're going to be back here next week?
We will be back here next week. Yes, we will.
Next week, we'll be back here at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Scott, I don't even know what time it is where you're at. Is it like 5 p.m. Central time?
5 p.m. PST. 7
PST. So, yeah. So we'll be back. Oh, happily. Did this happen today? Yesterday. I saw an earthquake, but I didn't hear much about it, and I haven't.
Pretty massive.
But I didn't watch the news today, so I don't know exactly what area was hit and how bad it was, how much damage was done. Tanisha, we have a junior balcony booked, but we have a cove until Carnival messed up. So they had a cove, but the Carnival messed up. I share the nightmare that we cruise in February on the channel. All right, we'll make sure I have to check that out.
We'll have to check that out.
That, man, sound like Carnival messed up there, but because I love a cove balcony too. But anywho, I'm not gonna hold anybody up any longer. There was an earthquake in NYC, and it was a 1.6.
Yeah, that was earlier today or last night. I saw that too.
Wow. Maybe every morning I need to get up and watch the news. If my phone doesn't go off like with notification, I don't get it. So I'm gonna have to do that. But okay, everybody, we really appreciate you guys coming in. Until we see you again, make sure from Warm Strong Adventure, you stay strong and embrace the journey. I'm Bill. This is Scott, and we will talk to you later.
See you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.